Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back. I'm Supreme Verdicts, a practicing attorney by day and a magic strategist by night. After a long day of working on the rule of law, I come home to master the laws of magic. Screw it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna try. We're gonna compete for physical rewards. We are going to do the Arena Direct Sealed for Edge of Eternities. This is an event where you can pay 6,000 gems. That is so many gems. I do have a lot of gems, but that is so many gems. For example, if we just really quickly go ahead and look, Edge of Eternities, like for a premier draft, it costs 1,500. That's it, just 1,500. And here we are looking at 6,000 gems. And if you get 0 wins, nothing. Not even a booster pack. 1 win, nothing. 2, nothing. At 3, you get 8 packs and you get a little over half of your play-in. 4 is what we're looking for. 4, we've made money, we've made packs. 5, we've made a lot of money and we've made packs. And of course, at 6 and 7, we get the coveted Edge of Eternities Play Booster box. That's right. Apparently, in the mail, they will send me an entire Play Booster box that I can have. And I think when they run out, they'll like give actual monetary rewards or a different Play Booster box. Regardless, you can win big, but of course this is sealed. It is very random. You gotta ask yourself one important question. Do you feel lucky? Do you, punk? Let's open it up. Sealed. Let's see here. This should be, okay, what do we got? And we have a board wipe. A little bit of junk. We got a couple board wipes. What does this do? This is the one that like reanimates stuff. Shoot, okay. It's not looking good. It is not looking good, but let's see what we've got here in general. From white, nice, we have a couple of night luminaries. We got a banishing light. We do have the Beyond the Quiet. I don't think the Dawnstrike Vanguard's incredible. We've got a rescue skiff. Okay, white's fine. We have 3 of these. I don't think this is a particularly good card. In blue, we got Scour for Scrap. I do like that one. Mechan Assembler is strong. Couple Starbreach Whales, a Tractor Beam, but Specimen. Blue's got good top end, but that's about it. In black, oof, 3 Dark Endurances. Okay, we've got a Lightless Evangel, Depressurize, Faller's Faithful, Dubious Delicacy, Virus Beetle. Black is lacking. God, black is so shallow, but it's got a couple of decent cards. Red, we have 3 Ore Plate Pangolins. Old Pangy here. That's right. If it wasn't the most efficient design, but the miners refused to part with Old Pangy. 2 Bombards is fine. Warmaker Gunship is good if we have got a bunch of these artifacts going on. Weapons Manufacturing can be a cool build around. Couple Kov Landseekers. An Orbital Plunge. Okay. Green, we have 1 Gene Pollinator, Diplomatic Relations, couple of Shattered Wings, and kind of middling. All in all, middling packs. Hate to see that. Our dual cards are interesting. We have a Station Monitor. This is a strong card. We have Alpharel. We have Mutinous Massacre is an interesting one. Seed Chip Brood Tender, Sacred Foundry, and that's that. No other specialty, no actual like fixing cards. That sucks. All right, gut reaction. I think we have to play red. And I think pairing red here, our best card to pair it with is probably going to be green. We do have a couple of ways to make lander tokens if we want to just do base green multicolor. I just don't think our top end is particularly incredible. I'm tempted to do a red-white, just kind of value beatdown plan. It's not amazing, but it's not bad either. And then what, we splash black just for a couple of its removal spells, or we could go for blue-white, just generically try to grind out our opponents, rely heavily on our overall. Okay, if we do weapons manufacturing, how many other good artifacts do we have? Weapons manufacturing, specifically non-token artifact. We don't have a sack outlet, do we? We don't have a sack outlet. That's really important. The weapons manufacturing is not good without a way to then sacrifice the artifacts. It just does not work as well. That sucks. Green cards are decent. They do just provide like solid top end. We could just go some kind of Jund variant here. Yeah, the blue is just not powerful enough. I like the top end. I'm a sucker for good top end, but it's just not good enough. I do enjoy the white. I'm not sure what we would pair it with. So let's start here, I think. If we do some kind of Jund situation, I think we would... base red green? No, there's no way. Probably going to be... Yeah, sorry. It's probably going to be a base red green deck in that particular situation. Is this good? Put a Wulm counter on everything? I don't think it's great. It's also not bad. So it looks a little something like... We don't have enough artifacts for that. Yeah, we've got one currently. Granted, we do have ways of making artifact tokens, but it's just... We are heavy in removal, which is interesting. And we do have the ore plates that are artifacts and kind of play in with each other. And that's 22 cards right there. That is a fine kind of deck that we then splash. I recognize we have Swarm Color to sacrifice artifacts. It's just not particularly good on its own as a way of doing that. So then we just throw in the Dubious Delicacy and the Depressurize. And we've got just a mediocre beatdown with heavy removal. It's not the end of the world. Let's take a look here. Oh, sorry. What have we got? In terms of removal, we have the Depressurize, we have the Dubious Delicacy, 2 Bombards. I mean, this is a fine deck. This is a fine deck. It's nothing exciting. I'm particularly unexcited by the Ore Plate Pangolins, just because, I mean, we have 1 Lander token. Okay, we have how many total artifacts? We have 5, including the other pangolins. This makes a Lander 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. There is support. Then 10. Yeah, there is support. 11. Okay. I'm less unexcited. This doesn't look bad. If we were to do white instead, what would we be getting? The Light Squall Inquisitor, some 1/1 counter synergy, couple of token makers, and that's that, right? The Banishing Light and the Board Wipe. The Board Wipe's like fine. It's just we don't have anything that can really combo with it. Like we don't. It would go best with blue here to go over the top. Yeah, because our black just is lacking. We don't have anything like massive on white that goes over the top here. It could pair with the green. I just don't... it could pair with the green. We have a white-green situation with the Board Wipe. Let's see. So instead of our Orbital Plunge, our Bombards, we only have the Banishing Light and then the Board Wipe to work with. I don't think that's quite worth it. All right, I think this is fine with 24. We rely on the fact we don't have a command bridge. God, that hurts. Did we cut these then and just have 1, 2, 3, 4 removal, 5 removal spells? Cut the Dubious Delicacy, cut the Depressurize, cut the Brood Tender. How many creatures do we have? We're running 13 now. 13 creatures, and we're kind of missing a bit. I don't like that as much. We don't have any spacecraft to really crew, which kind of blows. But I also just don't want to have... You know what? We do have Lander tokens. We have a lot of Lander tokens. I think it's going to be fine here. I kind of almost want the Faller's Faithful even. I don't think that's quite worth it though. But we'll go with this. Let's see what lands it recommends. Suggest for us. Yeah, 7/7/3. That's okay. 3's a lot. I think we cut it and we do 8/7/3. That way we make sure we can get to one of our Lander tokens from green. We have a little bit more of that in the early game especially. Oh, excuse me, actually. I guess we would do 7/7/2 if we wanted to play standard. We got to get a little lucky. No matter what, we're playing sealed. We have to get a little lucky. We didn't get super lucky here with our pulls, but maybe we can get a little bit lucky overall. In terms of artifacts, we do have 5. We could go for the Warmaker Gunship. I don't know what we would cut for that. Dubious Delicacy or the Depressurize. At that point, I think we would just try to do straight up red-green, no splash. Oh god, is this worth the splash? Because alternatively, we cut these three, and we put in Warmaker Gunship, what, Red Tiger Mechan, just 4 mana, 3/3 haste. So mediocre. We don't even have a sack outlet for the system's override. Or we put in just an atmospheric greenhouse. I mean, or we splash for white and go with the Banishing Light instead. The Night Luminaries. Okay, maybe. I could see a world where we do that just because we have the better land for it. Sea Chip Broodtender. I do like Sea Chip Broodtender. You know what? This is my gut instinct. Let's ship it. I'm overcomplicating things. This is going to be the deck. Here we have 40 card deck. We have to get a little bit lucky with hitting our lands. We do have plenty of lander tokens to help us out. We've got a solid curve of creatures and a solid suite of removal spells to help us get there. And if we can get to 4 wins, that's all I want. 4 wins, just make my money back. That would be ideal. If we can get to 7 wins, oh my god, that would be sweet. I think we're gonna need to get a little lucky for that to happen. But I do like this deck. It is nuts and bolts limited. I think we can do a good job. Let's try it out. The frickin' lands, man. The frickin' lands. Okay, we have to mulligan this hand. Or play Pangolin is fine, but we can't cast anything else. This is a lot better. It is unfortunate to have all this red, but we can go ahead and get rid of the Litho Breaking because it kills our 2 creatures. And just start us off with the Gene Pollinator on 1. Opponents should be shaking in their boots at this. Can't cast anything next turn, but you know, it's a start. We'll go ahead and play out another forest, make opponent think that we're relying on this for our colors. We are to a degree for red, but it's fine. It's fine. Things are not going particularly smooth quite yet. We'll go ahead and decline the lander tokens. We can block with our Thawbringer next turn. Even better. Could just kill this, but we're going to add to the board. If they want to hit us for 4, that's fine. We'll hit them back for 4. We'll bin that land. That is no longer a needed card. We give them the 2 counters because 1, we can trade, 2, we can remove. We don't want them to get any form of value. We don't know how many colors they're splashing. After all, we are playing sealed. I do have to dial in here, though. I'm trying to decide, is this a deck where we're trying to trade off wherever we can? I think we just have to chip damage in. Especially with 2 removal spells in hand, we probably shouldn't be trading off. Opponent also had the advantage of drawing an extra card and not needing to mulligan down, while we did. God, Terrapact Intimidator would have really made this deck hum. But, you know, can't be too salty. We are playing, again, sealed. It's just kind of how it goes. Opponent's taking their time to think about what to do. Nice. +1/+0 in first strike. It's pretty good. We are going to be taking 5. Which hurts a little, but that's okay. No blocks. Question is, do we care about this? It's gonna get more annoying over time. I think we give the opponent the option. Well, let's play out the land. Let's attack. Although option doesn't even matter. We can just hold up the Dubious Delicacy because we don't need to Orbital Plunge right now. And wait to see what they give the bonus to. They should be sniffing out a combat trick right now. It's fairly clear. I don't think there's anything that punishes us for a -3/-3. Strip Mine. That's crazy. That is wild to have in your deck like this. Alright. We are going to let that resolve. We don't currently have a, I mean, we'll have to kill that with the Orbital Plunge, so I'm glad we saved it. Do they have Honor? They do have Honor. Do I not get to respond to this? Why do I not get to respond to this? No, I have to respond to this. I have flash. Okay. We're gonna respond to this. We're gonna kill that. This is unfortunate. That will be a 4/3. That will get in for first strike damage. That's gonna hurt. Especially because it's going to continue to be around. We can play that. We can do this, and then we can still. No, we don't have enough. Okay. We're just gonna go ahead and kill that. Cosmic Grand Zenith. It's fantastic. Good on them. I think we have to block here now. I guess the 4/2 we don't want to block. That might have been a misplay. Maybe we should have been pushing the pressure on them a little bit more. Remove their creature, get in for damage. Continue on. Okay, Nova Hellkite. It's gonna deal 1 to Gene Pollinator, if they're smart. There we go. It's okay. We weren't planning on blocking with that anyway. Are they gonna... Yeah, no, they're gonna give it to there. Yeah. This is unfortunate. I'm not quite sure what to do. I guess we're taking 8. They'll be able to just cast this, or they already have this out. This is now a 4/5. No blocks. Had we attacked with the Thawbringer, actually, there'd be even more pressure. Okay. Do we need to gain life? We don't have a way of sacrificing this artifact in here outside of the litho breaking, which isn't even particularly good for us right now because it's only 2 damage. So I guess here we'll go ahead and just gain the life. Go up to 6. That's not helpful. They've got 4 in the air on us. Shoot. And they still have potentially some other kind of removal spell. Pass turn. This is all slipping away. I mean, uncommon, mythic, rare, uncommon. Phone's just got good red-white cards. Must be nice having all your rares in one color. We do have our 2 white rares. They're just not particularly impactful. The board wipe, super impactful. Don't get me wrong. This just doesn't mesh well with the other types of cards we have. Well, let's see. Opponent deciding what to do. I mean... Sure. Opponent's waiting to see if we have a trick in hand. I think we're just going to go ahead and crack a lander token. We'll grab another swamp. Oh, am I already on a timer? That's so funny. There's timers in general for the games. I mean, that's... yeah, it's an option. Now, we have to block. The issue is we want a double block. Yeah. Go down to 1. This is just the only way that we can try to survive and get back in the game. Yeah, they have a trick. Which is brutal for us regardless. Cobb Landseeker is not going to be enough. I don't think there's anything in the deck that gets us out of this, though. Not even a Nebula Dragon, right? Nebula Dragon's fine. It's just... yeah, wow. That picks off our last creature. We have no blockers in hand. We top deck a land. Oof. And the rare. God. That was rough. We had to take a mulligan. And so we've now given our 1 loss. So we have to get straight 4 wins from now on. You only get 2 losses in this event before you're kicked out. I believe. We could have gone red-white with our deck. We do have a few good cards there, but I do think this deck is fine. We had to mulligan for the lands, which was unfortunate. We did not draw super impactful cards, and our opponent had only rares and uncommons, which was a little bonkers. Here's a good hand. Our opponent does go first, which is unfortunate, but we've got a very solid, just good green curve. I don't know, maybe we're playing too fair of Magic. Everyone else has these bonkers mythics. And here I am, just playing my 2-mana 2/2. Okay, opponent's playing Dimir, it looks like. I think we just go with the Thawbringer. I don't want to trade here. I think that's in opponent's best interest, the way that their deck generally goes. I will go ahead and bin this because we're looking for land. No attacks. Draft Pack Monoist is an annoying card. It picks chips in for 2 damage at a time. It's difficult to attack into it. It's difficult to block it just because it ends up... Oh, that's a good little wombo combo here. Yeah, they can give that. But I don't think it gives it haste. Yeah, they're just gonna get a 4/4 Vigilant Flyer very, very quickly, which is totally fine. And yeah, they realize that it's keeping us off. Well, that's unfortunate. I think here... Well, now that I know that they're gonna just continuously block this, I feel like I need to force the action. We are missing our land drop. This is okay. It's unfortunate, but it is okay. Okay, I'll take another land. Shame, because I would have gone to Surveil regardless. Yeah, I'm not playing at my best, but I also feel like I'm pushed into this position right now. Like, I'm on the back foot already just by missing our land drop and going second. Opponent gets aggressive. Pause was for the lander token, but we're doing just fine. I assume that means they have some kind of removal, presumably a depressurize. Yeah, they've got... I mean, the lander token is what's holding priority, but... We are going to attack here. It is 5/6 at most on the comeback next turn, but we want to be applying pressure. We have to keep in mind, if they're in blue-black, the Synthesizer of the Lab Ship is a good reason to go into blue. Ooh, Specimen Freighter is also pretty good. That hurts. Now we're on the back foot. How do I want to sequence this? I kind of want the Land Seeker back down, but I feel like at this point we just need blockers. Next turn they're just going to station it, and that's going to be problematic too. So if their plan next turn is to just station, we should focus on building our board out wider, which is fine. I can do this, get a 3/3, or I could just play out these 2/2 drops and the land. Yeah, right. It does feel like I need to get the benefit of my card advantage. It's a shame with the 2-drop in the sense that this could have gotten more land and this and that, but we are under pressure. And now we're at a point where we'd like to be making trades. What else could opponent have? Okay. That will only put a stun counter on a tap creature. They're currently on their last card. Specimen Freighter is going to be their best card. We do want to find a way to remove that. It's a 4/7. God, that's so gross. Yep, chipping in. Okay. 4/7, and they'll be able to finish crewing it next turn, so we'll be taking 4/5 total in the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be our 6th land. God. Okay, I think we just need more creatures down. Then we can trade off as needed. Oh, they even have something? I guess it's just to put a stun counter on something. That's fine. That's totally cool. They'll put a stun counter, they'll draw. They're going to be able to hit us for 5 in the air next turn. We'll have to play the Nebula Dragon if we draw the land. We really just kind of have to draw removal, because here we are getting completely demolished by flyers. Again. Is that just the plan? In limited? Or sorry, in sealed? Just play flyers as much as you can. Yeah. Now, we gave them that stun counter effectively by chipping in, but I think the only way we win the game is by continuing in some damage. And did they draw a removal spell just now? It looks like it. Opponent, would you like to cast your removal spell? If you do, that means that you can get in... Actually, probably the same amount of damage. They decide to save it for our... Oh my god. They drew Starwinder? What is this? Bullshit is what it is. Oh my god. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. They draw 5 cards. We go down to 3. We lose all our creatures. And they draw 5. We can't mill them. I don't know what this is. Did everyone just get better rares? Should I just be playing board wipe centric? Maybe that was on us. Maybe we just got unlucky. God, so many uncommons. So jealous. I'm so jealous. And then here we are just drawing lands. Like, it so doesn't matter. No matter what we do. Yeah. Play that out, and that's game. I mean, it's not game immediately, but opponent attacks in with their 4/4 and their 4/7. We're forced to double chump. Better yet, they can suit it up if they really want, but they don't. And that's game. We don't have a blocker. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of How to Waste 6,000 Gems as Fast as Possible. I've been your host, Supreme Verdicts, and I spent more time trying to decide how to build this deck in a way that makes sense and might play well, just to be swept over on it by multiple uncommons, rares, and mythics as quickly as possible. Truly, today I asked myself if I felt lucky, and I was wrong. Thankfully, though, there are more games to play, strategy to analyze, and unfortunately, work to do. I'm Supreme Verdicts. Have a wonderful rest of your day.